we are home live. Ken is already laughing. What's happening?
I got the right side. No, see, yeah, you're there. We go. There we go.
You did
Welcome,
it. Yes, it's because I'm in a different room, so it's the opposite side now. How
welcome
are
back.
you today? Thank
Welcome
you.
back. I heard you were in Austin riding a horse. Is that
Yeah,
true?
I mean, not quite riding a horse, but yes, in Austin, singing, which I love to do. So that was fun.
You should do what you're good at, and you are good at it. We know that.
Hey, thank you. I'll take it. In that vein, Ken is really good at knowing how to clean your house, the science behind it, all of the tricks of the trade. So today, what is this hack that you're going to tell us about?
This is kind of a cool hack. This is
A
one of those
cool hack.
things where I feel like I'm late to the party, but
Yeah.
I'm glad I joined. I'm glad I joined the party. Nobody
Have some
invited me.
balls, it
I kind
says.
of I kind of elbowed my way into the party.
Well, we're here at the party and you're very much a part of it. So, what in the world is this about?
Well, we can just jump in with our little play acting since you're
Okay.
a singer, you're an entertainer. We're just going to go with this. So,
Good
our
Lord.
featured,
What's
hey,
that noise?
I put the bowling balls in the dryer like you asked, honey.
I said dryer balls, not bowling balls.
Whoopsie. Still love me?
Absolutely not. That's going to cost a fortune. That's the next.
It probably would. So yeah, this is kind of what we're talking about. Are these lovely little beautiful things? These little dryer balls, these wool dryer balls. Um,
Amazing.
they are pretty well. Okay, we got back on this. So these guys, they're wool, and there's usually well, there's 6 of them that come in our package. We've got our healthier home dryer balls with Chomp. They are New Zealand wool, safe energy, great alternative, chemical-free sheets, and they're reusable, which we're going to talk about all
Oh,
that good
good.
stuff.
All right.
So let's flip that slide there. So yeah, I mean, I like this picture because it's got, the guy enters into a party, nobody's passed out, but I'm the one who's late to this party. I'm putting myself out there. I'm the one that's late to this party. I've heard people talk about these dryer balls. I've never really, dug into it a little bit, but once I did, I really found out they're really pretty special. I mean, the wool dryer balls work by bouncing around in the dryer with wet layers of clothing. And otherwise, the clothes want to clump together and just kind of ball up and roll around the dryer. But that separation caused by these dryer balls to the layers will allow warm air to circulate amongst the clothes, and they dry more quickly and absorb some of the moisture. Um, so it's a super cool way to do some things, which we're going to talk about.
I love that because I am like queen of my dryer thinking that my clothes are dry and they're not.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their own little things. I mean, I found out some things I've done over time that make drying more efficient, or at least work for me as the guy who does the laundry. And this is just added to it. This is a cool thing that's been added to it. So let's move on this next slide over here, Miss Bess. So the number one benefit I would say of these dryer balls is they shorten drying time, and that is a provable fact. So we send 6 dryer balls in a package. So if you've got a small load, you could put a couple in, but if you've got a larger load, you can put 6 in, and you just leave them in. Now I just leave them in shorter, smaller, big load. I just leave the 6 in there all the time. If you looked in my dryer, you would see dryer balls any time of the day, any time of the week.
365 days a
I,
year.
I never take them out at this point. I just leave them in there. And you can always count and say, if one's missing, somebody walked off with them in their clothes, but they'll get back in there eventually because nobody's going to, leave a dryer ball in their bedroom, I hope. So anyway, the number one thing is they will, I found this, the studies show 15 to 50%. There's a lot of variables in there, why that is, but for sure, I'm 25% less drying time, which is a straight energy savings. It's a straight
Yes.
energy savings. So that's a
100%.
good
Love
thing.
it.
Saves you time, saves you money. So that's like the first real easy tip in with this. So
Perfect.
next slide on there. So these benefits that continue because these balls create separation, they provide less wrinkles on your clothes. When your clothes are balled up and they just tumble in there, that's why I've never done this when I'm washing shirts. I only allow the clothes to dry in there for 10 to 15 minutes just to get most of the moisture out. And then I just hang them up. And I never have to iron my shirts, never,
Right.
because they just, they're never in there that long. I never let them go to complete dry. But these make it even more efficient. Now they're even better. So that's the first thing is you're going to eliminate wrinkles. You're going to eliminate static cling, and your clothing and towels will be fluffier. Will be fluffier.
Aw,
Just
I
through the
love a
use.
fluffy towel.
So, I mean, those are some real cool benefits. Just recapping there, we of course have less dryer time. It reduces wrinkles. It reduces static cling. Your clothes are fluffier. It's fragrance free. There's no fragrance in these. But some people actually add essential oil. You can spike these with some essential oil, and your clothes might smell like lavender. So that's certainly something you can do.
How many drops do you put on each one if you want to do that?
I think it comes down to personal choice. I mean, you could start at 5 drops, and then it's how potent the essential oil is. But start at 5 drops. I think that's a pretty fair number, and that'll be a lower level. And then how many clothes are in your dryer. But you might want to go up from there or down from there. But 5 is a pretty safe number to play with on your dryer balls. It's a good starting point. Now,
Perfect.
I skipped one of the things that's very, very, very important in here.
Uh-oh.
These guys are sustainable.
Yes.
Sustainable. So instead, like fabric sheets, which you throw out after each use, these guys can be used thousands of times. Once you buy them, they're all good. As long as the dog doesn't run off with them or somebody throws them out, you got them for a long time.
Now,
How
does
about
it
that?
really work as well with the static cling? It really takes the static out?
It reduces static cling absolutely because just providing that space in there is the benefit.
Okay.
Uh, it will still depend on several things. In Florida, you've got a lot of humidity in your air. Certainly at this time of year in the northern hemisphere, up north by Chicago, we have a lot less humidity in January and February. So your room is going to be less humid. So that affects things as well with
Okay.
static cling. But you're definitely going to reduce static cling.
Okay. Love it.
So next one there. So I always have to say this, Jen, because this is real tricky because people get confused on these things when you introduce a product. You say, how do you use this sucker? Well, these are very detailed instructions. I don't want anybody to get lost in this. It's just a couple quick steps to follow. You take these balls, put them in your dryer, and you turn the dryer on.
Thank goodness for this tutorial.
It's very, very difficult to use.
Could not be more simple. My goodness, how
You just
wonderful.
throw them in there, and again, they can be used thousands of times, which is I just think that's so cool that these guys can be used so much. I mean, it's really I don't know if I'm going to find the bottom. I mean, everybody shows thousands of times, but that's a lot of drying time. I mean, I
I
don't
was
know how
gonna
many.
say, like, I've had some in my dryer that I've had for years and they look the same. Like, do you know when how to know if they're done?
I'm sorry, very rude phone call. Um, I guess as soon as you notice your clothes not drying as quickly as they were, but
Okay.
uh, I, I think that's a good question. I think that's up to you. Or maybe, you know what, maybe you rotate some in fragrance free. Maybe you have some balls that are spiked with lavender. You could probably do some different things with that. I
Yeah,
like that
love it.
idea. Okay, next slide there. So we talk about these alternatives, which are fabric sheets, and quite honestly, there's two things that are should at least be in consideration when we're talking about fabric sheets because these things are out there. But some of these fabric sheets have been found to contribute benzene, uh, and benzene is a known carcinogen. I don't know if you've been following uh, some of the news right now on sunscreens. There are some sunscreens out there that have
Mhm.
been pulled off shelves at some very large club stores and very big brands because they found benzene in the product. I don't know how it got there. I just read this article yesterday. They didn't really have detail as to how it got there, but there's dryer sheets that do have that as a contributing ingredient. So just those things, maybe not knowing what's in those dryer sheets and the fact that they are one use and thrown out, real good reason to switch to these little guys. Real
Yeah,
good reason.
love it. I'm like ready to switch already. I've got a couple, but I don't have the full 6, so I don't think I get the full benefit. I still use like 2 dryer balls and 1 dryer sheet because I'm like, well, I'll put both in. I need to just convert.
Do you know anybody who might have an extra package they could
You
bring
know,
me?
my husband just put these next to me, and I was like, "Well, I didn't know we had these."
What a good guy.
What a good guy.
I'm gonna keep that guy around.
Yeah. So, oh, you see, this is how they
Mine
come in the
see,
shiny plastic and everything.
it mine is actually sans. It's without that. It's just all by itself in these
Yeah.
nice little bags. And we got simple, uh, instructions and, logos on there, but a very cool bag. Even if you, throw those in there, now you got a usable bag you can use for your coin collection or anything else you have with your kids.
Yeah. Love it.
Next slide there, Miss Bess. Oh, we're gonna show a video on we got our lovely laundry packs that do this great job of cleaning, so let's let that roll. Let's show people how great. What a super cool video. I love it. So not only do we start out the laundry with something sustainable and we're not throwing big plastic jugs in the waste or letting them wind up in landfills or oceans, and then we move on to these sustainable guys, we are really making laundry a go forward progressive issue for people.
Yes, and I should remind people, after I said this was in such a shiny package, you can recycle this at the soft plastic recycling. So I just want to remind people of that. I always forget I can put like clear plastic soft things into where you do the public. Like, well, for us, it's Publix. Do you have like a grocery store where you can recycle like the plastic bags and stuff?
Yeah, and they actually show you. They'll put out in front, at least by us, these grocery stores. They've got these benches that they lace around the community, and they're made out of composite recycled plastic. That's composite.
Yes,
Pretty cool.
yes, I love that. So
That's like the
recycling that
ultimate
plastic too.
reuse of things, which is
Yes,
great.
I love it. All right, what else do we got? Do we have another slide?
I think so.
Let's see.
So at the end of the day, that's really our benefit string, right? We get to save money, look and feel your best using these laundry packs and using these lovely little dryer balls. So if you check us out on healthierhomeproducts.com, you're going to see some incredible deals because we're concerned about everybody getting value, and you're going to get incredible products.
That's right. So you got to make sure that you check out that website. What does it say? Now you can do something. Look for Healthier Home Laundry Pods, Clean Ocean Formula. What's that website, Ken?
Healthierhomeproducts.com.
.com. Yep.
Pretty boring.
All right. Did you have anything else that you wanted to tell everybody before we sign
Just
off?
welcome back from Austin. I know you get to be a mother and a spouse and a companion and a business person and all these things back again. The fun of singing is over. You're back inside the house.
I am. I'm back in the house, but you know what? This has given me new life today. Learning about these, I'm going to try these out today. I got to do a load a day. I got 5 people in this house, so I got to do at least a load a day.
I do the same thing. In the morning, I throw it in, and at night, I do the drawing, and I'm all gone. It's all
Done.
good.
Yes. So I'm actually going to go test these out. That's what I'm excited about.
That I can help.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ken. And I hope I will see you next week.
We will see you next week.
Same time, same place. Bye, everybody.